Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today, not one, but 4 sets in this new video. I've recently found quite a few smaller town sets, and with some, I found a common theme or similarity in the parts. So I thought it would be interesting to bundle some similar sets in one video. With these 4 sets, it seems quite clear to me that it concerns the subtheme construction. However, in one of the 4 sets, the subtheme is vehicles, simply because the subtheme construction did not yet exist. The production dates range from 1971 to 1991, so it's definitely also interesting to look at it from a historical point of view. The sets are not very difficult to find, and you can recreate them with the right parts with an online manual. But as always, it is because of the completeness of the sets, with the correct authentic bricks and all boxes and manuals, that they will ultimately end up in my collection. I'll start with this one, set 643 Mobile Crane from 1971. The box has the typical characteristics of that period. The big word Legoland and the rectangle with the 5 colors. So a nice box and the manual with the hand-drawn drawings immediately caught my attention as well. Here, I see building instructions on the front and images of sets that were also available at the time on the back. And they are not photos, but also drawings. Nice. The set consists of 35 parts, and even with the thought it was all a bit more basic in the 1970s, I still see some nice bricks here. 1x4 bricks with a Legoland print, wheels with double tires, hinges, a rope, and of course a real winch. I think the hook is quite small, but I suspect that there were no other alternatives at the time. The crane is quite compact, and it is mainly the arm and the wheels that make the design more impressive. And winching does not go very smoothly, but that is of course also because the handle is in fact designed for children's hands. A nice result, but what immediately struck me is that there are no extra bricks included that you can hoist. The box, manual, and the bricks are in very good condition. You definitely wouldn't think that this set is over 50 years old. In a previous video, I mentioned that my oldest set was one from 1972. So this one is a year older and is therefore now the oldest set in my collection. The next set is 6678. Pneumatic Crane from 1980. A different type of box, typical of the 80s, but here I notice that there is no yellow bar with the word Legoland printed on it. The box was opened in a strange way by the previous owner, but that way all the cardboard is still attached, which is positive for me as a collector. And although it is only a small set, there are some nice suggestions for alternative constructions at the back of the box. This set consists of 60 parts and 1 minifig. Here too, a nice manual. And you can see that the way the images are drawn has already undergone an evolution compared to the manual from 1971. This brochure is a nice extra. It contains photos of the sets that were available during the 80s. I already have quite a few in my collection, of which you can see detailed videos on my channel. Of course, this big grab part immediately stands out, I have seen it before in my harbor scene set from 1975, where it's attached to the crane by a rope. But here it will be attached in a different way, which you will see later in the video. There are few pieces and the design is quite simple, but it is well put together. It actually consists of two parts, the base with large wheels, with a turntable brick, and then the crane cabin with grab arm. Here too, I find bricks with hinges, and as mentioned, the gripping arm is not attached with a rope, but with a brick with toe ball socket, it makes the playing experience more convenient and fun. The minifig is basic without a print or sticker on the torso, but it's certainly nice that there is one in the set, because minifigs were still a novelty in the early 80s. And in that period, the heads still had closed studs, while the 1x1 round bricks had already been adapted to a version with an open stud. The crane looks impressive thanks to the grabber, and it can rotate 360 degrees. Again, it's a pity that no extra bricks have been added to grab or hoist, and that will also be the case for the last two sets. The intention is that you get creative with these sets, and that they are primarily an addition to your own already created town set. Nice subtle details have also been added, and I noticed that the utensil space guns serves as control sticks in the cabin, as well as legs to strengthen the crane. So the designers were creative with few resources. This 6678 looks very nice, and here I noticed that the red colors are used more as an accent and that black and yellow are the main colors. The third set is 6658 Bulldozer from 1986. I think the name is a bit unfortunate, because to me this seems more like an excavator. The box has little damage at the top, but is otherwise in nice condition for its age. At the back there are nice images, but more limited than in the previous set. The set contains 65 pieces and one minifig. The manual looks a bit more modern than the previous set, and I have the impression that these drawings were made by computer. 10 clear steps of how to build the vehicle. The minifig is almost the same as in the previous set, even though here we are 6 years later. I would have liked a print on the torso here. I immediately noticed this large part that is described on Bricklink as digger bucket with 7 teeth. So again, very strange that the name bulldozer is given to this set. Here I see that the alternative name is dumper truck, which is not entirely correct either, but a better name than bulldozer. There are also 2 plates with a hinge and some nice Lego Technic parts in the set. The different slope bricks make the construction process a bit challenging, and they also make the design a bit more aerodynamic and modern, at least for 1986. The hinge allows the vehicle to make a short turn, and it therefore has great play value in combination with the digger bucket. I think the result is cool and impressive because of the large wheels. The mini ladder is a nice accent, but the rest is very sober. Perhaps an extra brick could have been added on the roof, and a print or nice sticker would have been great. Today's last set is 6532 Diesel Dumper from 1991. A cool compact box, and here the word Legoland has been replaced by the word system. It's a pity that many stores at the time stuck large price labels on the box, which are very difficult to remove after so many years. There are also nice images at the back, although quite limited because there are actually not many combinations possible other than the diesel dumper that you have to build. This set consists of 46 pieces and one minifig. The manual is similar to the previous set from 1986, and it also has 10 clear drawings of how to build the set. Here it's positive that the minifig has a print on the torso. I already have this minifig in my collection, but not yet in combination with this specific red cap. There is also a hinge here, allowing you to maneuver the vehicle quickly and easily. And separate hinges are provided for the tipping container. There are in this set mainly small parts in yellow and black, but also some in grey and transparent colors. The part described as a tipper bed is particularly striking here, and I didn't have it in my collection either until now. It's a nice design, and I note that the 1x1 round brick has been replaced here by 2 round black plates. I would have liked to see more 1x1 round plates supplied with this set. These could then serve as cargo in the dumper. And on the right side of the steering wheel, there is room for an extra control element, but that is not present. Here you can see all 4 sets together again. All different, yet similar in some aspects, such as the use of the hinges. My favorite is undoubtedly set 6678, because of the hinge with the large grabber. But in any case, all 4 deserve a nice place in my collection, because of the shared subtheme, the historical value, and the completeness with box and manual. Feel free to comment below the video. And don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.